On behalf of the Athletic Training Department, welcome to Tusculum College. This short video will guide you through the online data entry process utilizing Sportsware Online, which is our preferred method of obtaining securely medical and personal information, which can later be shared between my staff and our team physicians, as well as coaches, student athletes, and parents. For your listening pleasure, we've added some smooth jazz in the background. Hope you enjoy. If at any point you have any questions, please contact me at clenker@tusculum.edu, clenker@tusculum.edu, or by calling area code 423-636-7317, extension 2. After navigating to Sportsware Online, utilizing the web address SWOL123, you'll be asked to log in utilizing an email address and a password. The email address is the address that I sent the initial instructions to, and the password is set as a default Tusculum123. That's capital T, lowercase USCULUM 123. All returning student athletes already have an email address and a password in the system. However, if you can't recall what this is, I encourage you to utilize the reset password function, and instructions for resetting your password will be emailed to you at the address on file. Once logged into Sportsware Online, you'll be taken to the dashboard page. This serves as a central location for a number of things. It serves as a repository for viewing policies and forms that are applicable to Tusculum athletic training. And the other thing that this page does is serves as an area where you can track your progress during the data entry process. You can see how many forms you have left to complete and the status of your athlete information and medical history data entry. The first thing to do is follow the prompt to complete your forms. Simply click on the word forms and you'll be taken to the attachment page. All new student athletes need to select and open, effectively downloading a PDF for all three of these attachments. This will include the Tusculum College medical consent form, the physical form, which should be taken with you to a physician or nurse practitioner for pre-participation physical before reporting to camp, as well as Tusculum sickle cell information and waiver form. We do have a requirement that we obtain or try to obtain sickle cell trait testing results, or to sign an informed consent declining testing. Information is included on the top of that form. If you have any questions, please contact me and I can walk you through that process as well. Once all of those forms have been downloaded, print them out, sign them, just bring them with you when you come in August. You don't need to fill them out online and you don't need to send them in advance. It's perfectly fine just to bring them with you. At this point, it should show that you have 0 forms to complete. One other note, if you're a returning student athlete, you do not need to download the physical form. We will complete your interim physical when you arrive on campus in August. Next, we'll move on to completing the personal or the athlete information section. You can see under status that at this point it is incomplete because not all required fields have been completed. So click on My Info and it'll take you to the athlete information section. Once inside the athlete info area, you'll notice several tabbed sections across the top. Most of these will require some degree of data entry. Required fields are marked with a red asterisk. However, we ask that you please complete all information as completely as possible. The student ID can simply be the 5-digit number. You don't need all the zeros, and if you don't know your student ID yet, please leave this blank. You can also utilize this page to change the password from the default to a new password. Once you've completed this section, you can hit save, or you can just simply move on to the next tab. and follow the same instructions, completely filling this out as much as possible. We do ask the primary address be a home address and the secondary address, if known, be your school address. Next, move on to the emergency tab. We ask that you fill this out as completely as possible. We do make the cell phone a required field. If for one reason or another your emergency contact does not have a cell phone, please just put a home phone or put a work phone, or whatever the easiest way to get in touch with them would be, in the cell field, because it's a required field. When you've completed that, please move on to the insurance tab. You have the option here of uploading an image of your insurance card. This is not required, but it is helpful. We will ask, if you choose not to do this, that you send a copy of your insurance card along with your son or daughter, or bring one yourself when you come in August for camp, as we'd like to keep a copy of this on file. Fill out as much information here as you can. The only required field is the type of insurance. Most of the major categories of insurance are listed here. If one of these does not apply to you, please contact me and I'll let you know what to do. If you're not covered by any kind of primary insurance, please make sure just to put no insurance down on here, and you can leave the rest of the information blank. If you do have insurance, most common type would be a PPO. Fill in all the information as completely as possible. Most of this can be found on your insurance card. The policyholder is typically the mother or father, whoever's name the insurance is in, or whoever the employee is whose employer supplies the policy. Next, we'll move on to the medical tab. This gives you the opportunity to list any significant medical conditions we need to be aware of. Several major allergies appear in the drop down. If you have any allergies that do not appear in here, simply type this in and it should save for you. Down at the bottom, if you take any medications, simply type this in here along with the dosage if known. If you have a primary care physician that you'd like to list, this is the place to do it as well. You can click the paperwork tab, although there's nothing required here, and under the required form, there's nothing for you to do here either. So click OK. You should see now under status that our athlete info appears complete, or at least is not listed as incomplete. However, the medical history status is still listed as incomplete. So let's move on next to the medical history portion of the online data entry system. Please leave the evaluator drop down blank, as this is needed just for my office staff. But however, the sport should be auto-populated if you filled that in on the athlete info. The rest of these is a series of yes/no questions. All of these must be filled in. Any yes answers will require some kind of qualification in the right-hand section over here. Surgery, left knee, and then if we know the date or the year, go ahead and put this in. Any other information as well. The immunizations do not need any additional information. Once you've completed all the yes/no questions, simply go back up, hit save, which should return you to the dashboard. At which point the status section should be blank, allowing you to log out successfully with no other requirements other than just bringing those forms with you when you report in August, as well as a copy of your insurance card. Thank you. If you have any questions, please give me a call or contact me by email at the contact information listed at the front of the video. Thank you.